Depends on the data feed, but it's like on the Forex.com data feed, I'm like right around 21,995. Top looks like 22, like under 2275. All right. Yo, when did I go offline? For those of you that are back on here, how long ago did I go offline for you guys? It's kind of crazy. What happened? 25 minutes? You guys have no idea how long I talked. I talked for so long. I'm talking like, I literally talked for 15 minutes straight with no, well, I guess Kevin here and Mondo were listening. But that's hilarious. I don't know. I didn't even know I went off stream. So, honestly, it's sad. 8:35. No way. So, okay, did you guys hear when I said, okay, guys, it mitigated. We're no longer taking this, etc.? Did you guys at least hear that? I swear, I'm going to be so pissed if people lost when they weren't supposed to. Almost? No way. What? That's crazy. I was talking by myself for straight up 15 minutes. That's embarrassing. Almost by myself. Wow. What the heck? That's madness. Bueno, chicos, pudieron escuchar cuando yes and you cut out right after. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Well, that's good. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I guess keep the YouTube stream analytics thing on here, the stream health or whatever. But yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. So, anyways, still waiting for a buy setup here with Nas. Have a setup here, a setup down here that I'm waiting for. I think we might just react out of this one. But we'll see. It's holding up pretty decent right now, so one more push wouldn't be too surprising. Chicos, por los que están aquí conmigo, bueno, pues aquí están. No sé, no me di cuenta cuando se cortó, pero básicamente después que reaccionó aquí Nasdaq y les dije que no iba a estar buscando nada, fue que bajó las cosas y no sé qué pasa aquí, pero... Okay, cool. Took a loss on NAS, forgot to close my pending order. That sucks. ¿Qué tal PR? PR activos aquí otra vez. Entonces espero esta idea, chicos. Pueden ver aquí lo que estoy viendo. So this is the setup. This is a tighter setup, right? So nice push down, continuation, looking for the same thing here to mitigate this and then ride out. So right now, if you guys see, we're kind of starting to build up some support over here. So we'll see. We'll see how this unfolds. Yeah. So let me go ahead and share this real quick. All right, so that was my gold setup, and then trading New York session live, round 2. All right. So dumb. Yeah, I wonder why that happened. But it is what it is. So seeing this drop another, give or take 45 points, and I would be in. And I want to get into different setups, but let's see here. Oh, what the heck? It just dumped and then just reacted. Oh my goodness. Let's go. All right, guys, adjust your stops, please. Please tighten up your stops because this happened very, very fast. Should be holding up decent there. There There you go. So, wow, that was incredibly reactive. Looks like news hit here. And then I'm protecting my setup already, just in case. So let's see if this wants to run, push a little bit higher. But that was very, very, very fast. Unsure how sustainable it's going to be since the market's so chaotic right now. But yeah, I mean, pretty good reaction so far. Anyone in profit instantly. This came screaming right back down. So depending on where you got in right now, maybe you got stopped out in profit. It should be active still, since Spanish was a little bit lower. All right. So if this doesn't hold, then the good thing is we got one more shot at it, and we got one more entry down here. So right now I got stopped back out in small amounts of profit. So that's how it went down for me. I don't know how it went for you guys, but collected a few dollars. This stopped me out right now in profit, and then it looks like it might run though. Actually, why did it stop me out in profit? It didn't even hit my zone. That sucks. What the heck? All right, who's holding this? That was really fast. So if you didn't have a limit, then you probably didn't take the trade. But if you did, then you're lit. Mientras lo marcaba, se fue. Si fue instantáneo. Guys, this setup right now so far is running about 50 points. Again, this is a 3R already. For whatever reason, I got stopped out in profit, but it didn't really hit my level. Whatever. It is what it is. There'll be another trade. But if you did take this, then you did just see a little over 3R. I know all of you have different exit strategies, so 1.5R, 2R, 3R, whatever. Take your exit. Whatever your exit is, do that. All right, activo a full. ¿Quién pudo dispararle aquí? No, apenas estaba colocando mi orden. I'm holding. Cool. Y se marchó. Yeah. So, I mean, you guys would have been more ready if I would have realized that the stream got clapped like 15 minutes before, but whatever. Decent setup. Held up better on CFD's futures chart. It actually slipped through a little bit under. So either way, now again, I don't know if it's gonna hold this level or not. I wouldn't be surprised if we go further down again. I might be saying that since I'm not in anymore. And I'm just like, yeah, come back for me. Let me get a setup today. But yeah, we'll see if we get down here or not. Either way, it's trading really nicely. It looks good. There's a good chance. At least you guys got to see it happen live. Even though I lost half of you, more than half of you. All right. So again, the incentives still stand, guys. So if you for sharing on your stories, once we hit 100 live today, I'll be giving away a trading journal, and then if we hit 125, I'll be giving away a trading psychology book. Entonces, chicos, por los que están aquí conmigo, si llegamos a 100, voy a regalar una bitácora, y si llegamos a 125, un libro de psicología. All right, so this is nice. This is moving along really, really well. Today, for me, as I journal this after this session, I will be journaling trade management because this wick down stopped me out in profit. So I'm curious if it was a futures thing or I just did something wrong. Like I maybe just moved it more than I needed to. So, yeah, because otherwise right now we would be enjoying this setup. But it is what it is. You know, we can only control what's in our power. So we can't be too worried about things like that. So if you do want to have yourself ready for potentially a different setup, because we don't know, right? Nothing is ever concrete here. But if this does want to go down one more time, then we now have an option here. All right, so this is set in stone. We got a good trade here. I'll go ahead and kind of reduce this. This is way too saturated. These are my settings for when I have my black screen on. The nighttime mode, dark mode. Okay, so this could still play out down here. And then this might be the one that can actually swing. Maybe it will here, totally possible. Otherwise, we might get down to this level. So here we had, again, another aggressive push down, and then the market rebalanced, but it did not mitigate. And so if I go down to the smaller time frames here, I can show you how price was moving over here. So over here, this is kind of the last one that I have set up. We can see support just playing out throughout the zone. Equal lows. That push down, the continuation, a little pullback, and then it keeps going. So if I went, and I was watching this on, this was yesterday from 15-second price action, which I know is a lot. But from here, we sell off, and we haven't quite closed that out. So I do think we could see a nice play from this. And I'm going to check in on US 30 as well, just to see what price action looks like there, see where we're at. But obviously, going into the new hour, a lot came in and drove market down. If we look at US 30, US 30 is continuously working its way lower and lower. We can see the 4-hour completed or liquidated more. The 4-hour here is getting into, I think we can probably get to right around this zone. This is where we have some structure. So seeing the market get to here with US 30, I can definitely see it happen. And that might be what positions us this NASDAQ play over here. So again, there's no reason that this trade should have been a loser for you. If this became a loser for you, then you have to work on your management skills. Okay. Now, also, I need to just keep making sure that I'm live, since this thing has a mind of its own, apparently. More setups will come. Yeah, there's an abundance of opportunity. So we got a good reaction. The market worked its way down again. Cool. So let's see if we get one of these and we get below to the zone. So I have alerts here set up. So if we do get back down there, then I'm ready to go. I am going to place, since again, I'm managing multiple accounts live with you guys here, I will go ahead and set up some limits. Thankfully, it did on this last one, because that helped activate them. Even though they didn't end up holding up, still able to make something work here. So give me a sec, guys. Okay. What entry is this? 21995. All right. Okay, cool. So this is holding up pretty well. However, it is starting to make some liquidity here. See how we have those equal lows? So I wouldn't be taking anything else here. I'm chilling. This is not looking, I don't like when we have liquidity like that. So I have my eyes on the market coming back down over here. Okay. So what you guys missed out on, part of what I was saying, was that we wanted to, I was looking at oil and how that setup played out. So I'll go look at that again while we wait here. All right. So here con petróleo, Mike entró. Sí, entré ahí. So with oil, I was talking about how if you were on this session yesterday, I know this would only benefit people that were on with me on the live stream, the for members. But we sold off from here, and I had been talking about this setup. I didn't drop a chart on Monday on Telegram. I don't remember if I looked at it or not on there. But this had been a setup that we've been going over for about 9 days or so. So I do think that there was some exposure to this play. Liquidity sweep, sold off. On futures, I ended up getting stopped out on profit, but the rest was able to hold and do its thing. So it's pretty good. I can see oil giving us reversals sometime soon, maybe sweeping below all the way this liquidity, but that's about it. You call oil? Nice. ¿Cuántos puntos stop con NAS? Ahorita te digo. La entrada que está más abajo, ¿me preguntas sobre esa? Who's still holding it? Got stopped out in profit? Yeah, me too. El stop de la entrada más abajo, estamos hablando de como 23, 25 puntos. So you guys asked about the stop on NAS for the lower entry. That one here is about about 20 to 25 points. So if it gets down to here, yeah, about 20. The low from here, from like 945, so 20 a 25 puntos, 22.5 aquí. Captura y continuación. So this looks good. Okay. Draw this out, guys. Make sure you're drawing this out. Here's the 15-minute time frame. So this is kind of the second low after the huge move from yesterday, the second one. And then, so it's a 30-point drop before the market then rallied. So I'm looking for a setup in there. If you draw this out and you have it on your charts, drop some nines once you have this all set so that you have it for your own charts. You're, managing your positions. You're learning the skill. That's what matters. Some nines. All right. Cool. Perfect. Okay. So back to oil. It reacted super well, working its way down. It kind of looks like this might have been a mitigation as well from this big move up, and then it kept working its way down. It kind of seems like we have another setup for sells as well right here. You had some sideways movement, some liquidity here on oil, and then the market, it kind of slowly works its way up, takes this out, and then works its way down. So maybe there's a setup there later. We'll wait and see what structure, how structure continues here with U.S. oil. Now, from there, we have the majors, the dollar pairs. And there are some plays here that I like, and we're really not that far from these zones. So today might be a day where we get a handful of entries. Some days there's nothing. Some days it's busy. ¿Él entró en NAS o está esperando en la zona abajo? Daniel, entré en la primera jugada que les acabo de enseñar. Sí entré en esa. Y cuando bajó me sacó a mí en stop loss en profit, en ganancia. Pero algunos creo que sí todavía están aguantando la compra en NAS. Yo ahora no estoy en nada y estoy esperando que baje a la zona más abajo. Y ahí entraría de nuevo. So, looking at the price action with AUD USD, we can see support, liquidity building up, massive move down, continuation here. We get this higher high, so obviously the structure is bullish here. And then we get to this level. Once we get to here, what we notice is that right now the market's pulling back right around a 38.2 pullback at the moment, between that and 50%. So I would be looking for buys where we've seen, some support here in the past. These are pretty key zones for buys, in my opinion. However, I do want to double check and look at other majors, see if some other pair makes more sense. If it's, let's say, a bit more bullish, if it has a better chance of staying within the structure. Yo entré en la primera zona cuando se cortó. ¿Esa zona era correcta? No, pues sí depende. Reaccionó de esta zona y nos dio como unos 40 puntos. De ahí no era para entrar de nuevo. Y no sé por qué se cortó, pero esa es una regla que tenemos de cómo manejar las ideas. Es cuando ya reacciona, por ejemplo, esto cae, so this drops here 27 pips. Esto cae 27 pips. Si el mercado llega acá, so let's just say we get to this, and it reverses 27 pips. Si llega aquí y reacciona 27 pips, ya se dio el movimiento. Ya se dio el movimiento. Entonces no buscaría entrar de nuevo y protegería mi entrada. So in something like this, let's just say this was the trade, and it reacted 27 pips because that's what the drop was. Then that's when I would move my stop to break even, and I wouldn't enter again. So no entraría de nuevo. Pero se cortó en un mal momento, bro, mala mía. No sé por qué sucedió así. All right, now looking at NZD USD, which is a similar setup, right? We see the sweep of the low, the continuation, NZD USD sweeps, rallies. In my opinion, NZD USD is sustaining structure a lot better. So we can see that, and you can tell just by how you, like, where is this in its pullback? And this is like at a 23.2 pullback. So it's definitely slower on the way down, which means that at least as of right now, it can maintain structure. It's more likely to stay here, to stay bullish. Euro, way more bearish. GU also way more bearish. It looks like it just distributed recently. I didn't see this one. But yeah, this definitely just closed out this buy, sold off. It's pretty decent. Pretty decent movement. Did Bitcoin crash too? Oh, it bounced nicely. Nice. And then Coinbase gapped up like crazy and then dropped down. Sick. All right, so yeah, in terms of how the market's playing out right now, I definitely like NZD USD the best out of the bunch. At the moment, it looks like NZD USD probably has the best chance of staying bullish. GU too is not bad. GU is trading up here pretty well, but as we compare, NZD USD is way up here. It's having a hard time to work its way down. So NZD USD is pretty likely to play out as of right now. These things can change though, right? Price action can change every day. So for all we know, it might not stay like this. But for now, it looks solid. So let me go ahead and update this for the setups that we have for the day. 21st, 2025, NZD USD. And then we have that gold setup too. And I'll check in on gold here and see where we're at with that. Entonces, si esta, como se está manteniendo la estructura muy alcista en comparación a los otros pares que se mueven similar, por ahora sí parece que este sería el que llegaría a la zona de compras de último y el que tiene la mejor probabilidad de mantener estructura por aquí abajo. Okay, that takes us to USD CAD, which this has just been so choppy. I haven't taken a USD CAD trade in I don't know how long, just because it's always building up so much liquidity. It's always really, really ranging a lot of equal lows, equal highs all the time. So yeah, I'm not doing anything here. USD CHF, I'm also chilling with. And then USD JPY, just pushing down and down and down and down. Some of you might be interested in a play here. I'm not so much interested in this, and I'll show you what I think some of you. I think someone sent me a chart or asked me about this. But USD JPY, pushed below, and then it started to work its way higher. Remember, USD JPY has been on an absolute bearish rampage. So it goes up, but we don't really sustain these highs. It comes right back down. Structure is like, eh. So buying in here against so much momentum, I just don't love. And then if you ever want to really confirm it, then just zoom out and go, okay, well, where are we in the bigger picture of things? Where did we get to? And we actually traded out of these zones. So because the market came up and down so fast, I'm okay with missing out on something like this and waiting for us to get more proof, waiting to get just more bullish structure. So if we are to, let's say, make another higher high eventually, then awesome. I'm down once we have more evidence, okay? All right, so now we have back to gold, which is where we started this session, the last session, before we got rudely interrupted. Do you see equal highs when looking at gold on futures? These right here? Or these, you're saying these at the very top? Which one are you asking me about here? All right. Let's see. On futures, it's not like that. I think futures, this is from like February 20th, right? No, futures is not making those equal highs. So that's a good point. It's a little bit, it's sweeping up much better on futures. So, and for me, futures is a little bit of a bit, it's just a better, it's a more accurate example of the market. So they're just, yeah, I would say, I guess, yeah, it's kind of more of like smaller distributions, like just tighter window. So yeah, that even makes the gold setup even better for the sell, in my opinion. Okay, so here we are with gold again. We are in areas where I can see why people would want to buy, to be honest. I can totally see that right here. This is literally exactly where I would be taking a buy. The issue I have with this buy on gold is that when we're getting above these highs, we just don't sustain them at all. This is like, people think that structure is, oh, like price went above. For me, structure is about demand. When price gets above, is there demand? Yes or no? If there's not demand and it's just kind of goes up and comes back down and goes up and comes back down, then this isn't showing us that buyers are in the market. It's just showing us that buyers are getting lured in at those prices. So, yeah, for me, definitely important to see things this way. Now, guys, I do want to, we're going to come back to this because this isn't necessarily as urgent, but NASDAQ is getting a lot closer to the entry that that I have for you guys. So here we go. All right. So now NAS is working its way further down. Here we go, baby. Here we go. While this is happening, US 30 starting to come up a little bit, maybe work its way down a little bit more soon. So let's see how this all comes together. But it's getting close. So here is my setup on NAS. As of right now, the first setup didn't trigger. The second one positioned people up well over 3RR. And then this third one here is the last one that I have on for the day. So right around here. We already had news events, and then Trump apparently is speaking a little bit later on. See what happens there. But we're about 40 points away from entry right now. Okay, so right now we're getting a good bounce off of previous support. So normal, should see things like this happen. See that? Something like this. Normal support should be bouncing like that. Then we should, I think we'll get another push down here soon. So yeah, we got quite a bit of volatility here. some CAD news in about 2 hours, but the Trump speaking, I'm not sure. I haven't looked at fundamentals yet, but do we have a timeline on that? Does anyone here already know? I haven't checked quite yet. Let's see. Entonces, chicos, ya nos estamos acercando a esta entrada, ¿verdad? Estoy buscando la compra por aquí. Y esto puede ser un swing, en verdad. Esto sí puede convertirse en un swing trade. Conservativamente, so conservative exits, guys, for this one, I think would be like right where we saw this over here. 2.78, that'd be very conservative. This, based on how the higher time frames look with US 30, I think we might be able to swing this thing too. Okay, so let's see. Nas starting to break through, about 25 points away from my entry. So for futures, those of you that are on futures, my entry is right around like 21,995. So below 22,000 for me is a good place for entries. All right, so I'm looking at some fundamentals. Kind of want to see if we have a timeline on when Trump speaks today. Apparently, Hooters is preparing for bankruptcy, if you wanted to know that. SEC drops Coinbase lawsuit. Oh, that's so lit because I'm in a Coinbase buy. Haha. Let's go. I don't even know that. I don't have that account open on here. Sick. Oh, that's really good. Okay. Guys, we're getting really close to this entry now. Estamos acercándonos a la entrada. Tienen que bajar otros 20 puntos más y se ponen las cosas, 15 puntos más y se ponen las cosas bien. I'm open to swinging this based on how things move here. So, got that going here. Almost in the zone for me. Right now I'm about, let's say, what? A few points away. A little over 10 points away from entries for me. All right. All right, so I am, let's see here. It looks like, I think I just got triggered in on futures. De aquí ya, chicos, puede reaccionar. This can mitigate right from here. De aquí ya puede reaccionar en cualquier punto de esta zona. Pueden entrar si gustan. So, yeah, this is, chicos, active buys, compras activas, setups anywhere in the zone, guys. You guys can start taking. I'm at least taking buys anywhere in here. Live your life, but that's what I did. And then make sure your stops are in the right place. Protect your money. Trade responsibly, please. All right. Is reacting. Ya está reaccionando desde esta zona. Seeing a decent bounce already. Not bad. Okay. So like I said, under 22,000 on futures is what I was looking at. So I got triggered in a little bit higher. So the drop here was, I think I said 30 points. Esto cae 30 puntos. Yeah, 30 points. So once this mitigates 30 points, then if it happens right now, cool. But if it doesn't, it goes lower, then that's also good. That's fine. 30 points, and then I'm protected here. So like right around over here. All right, so I'm open on this one. Starting to get a good push, about almost 20 points. I'm curious, what did Dow Jones do? Dow Jones starting to bounce a little bit too. Okay, cool. Let's see if these want to push together or not. All right, so it looks like it's working its way back down into our zone, which is fine. If it goes even lower, still okay. Maybe you weren't triggered in yet. All right, and on multiple accounts. Perfect here. How's everyone doing? How are we feeling? Are we trading responsibly? Are we getting nervous? How are we leveraged? ¿Cómo nos sentimos, chicos? ¿Estamos bien? ¿Andamos tranquilos? ¿Qué me cuentan? ¿Cómo están? All right, so we got a decent bounce right here already. We got one nice push. Market jumped up here, did about 26 points. Now the question is that mitigation or not? Market dropped here. In my opinion, this dropped like about 30 and change. I want to see this go up a little bit more, but that might have been the bounce, to be honest, guys. Looking at just market behavior here, we got to there. Market pushed up really nicely, about 26 points, respecting the support from the bottom. So if you want to play it really conservative, then you can go ahead and tighten your stop to this low if you wanted to. I think it can push a bit further up, though, to really, really prove that we have the mitigation that the smart money came in. And it looks like it's starting to push along here. Let's see if we can crack these highs, if that's the case. Because whenever you have like support like this, usually it's gonna, like reject a little bit. There's gonna be a little bit of a fight, and then and either it doesn't and it just goes down, or it'll then break through, and then things can move on. So as of right now, the way I'm managing this is I'm just keeping my trade open, and seeing where we can go from here. But if you do want to tighten your stop to just be more conservative, feel free. Entonces, chicos, ya reaccionó bien. No he hecho los 30 que busco, pero llegó muy cerca. Entonces, si quieren proteger su capital para no tener riesgo, obviamente lo pueden hacer. Hay posibilidades que caiga otra vez más y después de la continuación. Siempre tenemos que tomar eso en cuenta. Pero afuera de eso, pues vamos ya bien. Los he puesto en posición de ganar ya 3 veces durante esta sesión. Hemos podido proteger o reducir riesgo completamente en cada una de las oportunidades. Entonces ahora simplemente dejar que esto pueda fluir. ¿Me siguen? Y a ver qué sucede de aquí. Pero si quieren manejarlo más conservativamente, como pueden ver, esto aquí sí solo reaccionó 26 puntos. So now we're getting a little bit lower here, right? So either it's going to continue, and then from here now, if we get those 30 points, then that'll be valid. Otherwise, it just is what it is, So curious, how did you guys manage this? Did you guys go break even just now? Are you holding your trade, just kind of letting it go through? And then, well, we'll see how this one ends up playing out from here. Let's see, where is US 30 in this? US 30, just really choppy, sideways, not doing much. Okay. So that reaction that we got, honestly, we'll find out if that was it. And then we'll find out if those few points, me sticking to my guns, was going to be worth it or not. So from that low that we just got, the market would have to come up to like right over here for this to be like the mitigation. Like right over there. Okay. Entonces, ya bajamos más. Tendría que llegar como por acá para confirmar que esa fue la mitigación. Tienen que subir un poquito más por ahí. So, starting to get again another push up here. Let's see if it's going to break through. It looks like it might. All right, so you see how we just got to go a little bit more, and then that would be fully mitigated. Okay. All right. So looks like right there, this is mitigating now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my stop to this low. Okay, guys. Entonces yo voy a ajustar mi stop loss a este último bajo que acaba de hacer aquí el mercado. Voy aquí ir reduciendo, protegiendo aquí un poquito más. Solo para reducir un poco. Por ahí. Y a ver a qué podemos, si nos da oportunidad o más, pero para seguir aquí activo con esta idea. Ok. Vamos bien ahí. A ver qué hace, qué nos va a dar aquí el mercado. Ok, entonces miren, aquí ya entró. Aquí yo ya, en vez de perder completamente, ya tengo el stop por aquí, por si quiere mantenerse o no. Y si esto nos da el potencial de subir otra vez más, brutal. Ya que está dando retrocesos, si da continuaciones, vamos a estar bien. So, right now, again, instead of taking a full L on this trade, then I already cut my risk. So instead of having 28 points or so, my risk is now down almost half. So it'd be almost a half hour loss instead if this is to go. And the reason I'm doing that instead of just going break even right away is just because I think on the swing side of things, I think this can still go our way. So I want to give this a little bit of space to do its thing. And if we get higher highs and we start to trade and see some demand over here, then I can go ahead and tighten up again one more time. But for now, yeah, just going to let this trade ride the way that it is right now. And whatever happens, happens. You know, I'm at peace with the outcomes. And that's at the end of the day, that's what's the most important thing about this, is having peace with the end result. Entonces, tiene que tener paz con el resultado final aquí para que las cosas puedan ir bien, aunque ganes o pierdas. Entonces aquí vimos un retroceso profundo, ya estamos viendo continuación, veamos si esto nos da más. Aquí ya. Okay. All right, let's see if we can crack through this and start trading up here. Then that will be able to reduce our risk again some more, or possibly just go break even overall. All right, how are we doing, chat? How are you guys holding up? Holding still, can you measure that institutional sell? Which one? I'm hoping I'm still live here and you guys, I'm not just babbling again. All right, cool. Hey, we're just short of 100, so free trading journal. We just need like 4 more people from what I can see. The one that's up. Oh, this one? This one is like this tiny one. These are like 29 points. Estamos adentro. Alright, so no entré porque manejo ahora. No te preocupes, no tienes que hacer nada a la fuerza. Join late, over 5 for the week on my demo, trying to keep my mindset in check during this losing streak. Yeah, I mean, the big thing is you want to just think about, why am I losing? Am I losing because I'm not understanding something technically? Or is it that it's exactly what my setups are and I just happen to be in one of those scenarios? Because that's really real, guys. Sometimes the trades just don't happen in the order that you want them to. And that's all there is to it. All right, so getting some pullbacks again. Cool. Aguantando. Very good. Trading a different style, but really like yours as well. That's good. You can take a lot just from trade management. You can take a lot just from observing how we process thoughts, how we process emotions. So your trading style can be, your entry model can be different. Maybe your exits are similar. You can just take a lot from different aspects, because a trading system is built of so many different things, not just like where do you get in, but there's so much more. How you manage it, how you exit, how you document what you do before you trade. So all of those things kind of put everything into perspective. US30 is squeezing a lot right now, so I'm curious what that'll do to NAS. Right now, this squeeze, it's good because if it goes our way, then it'll be a big movement. And if it doesn't go our way, then it's just the loss. Whatever the loss is what it's gonna be. So yeah, we'll be all right. I think whatever happens here. And that's one of the most, for me, it's just one of the most important things. Like, you just have to be at peace with the outcomes fully. If you're not at peace with these outcomes, then, you're just going to constantly be juggling too many thoughts, too many things that doesn't ultimately just help you at all. So yeah, we just want to make sure that we're composed and have actually accepted the risk, because we talk about risk reward, but most people just don't truly accept that the risk that they took. Okay, so from here, let's see. Oh, Bitcoin dropped crazy. God damn. And it looks like Bitcoin also mitigated. So I feel pretty good, because when crypto is like rebalancing and mitigating, and then indices are all on the same page, when all of these things are happening at once, usually it's a good sign that things can go in our favor. Usually. All right. So right now, we're seeing the calm, right? The calm before the storm. This liquidity is kind of nice. This can lure it. We can get a push here that just can at least clear out these sellers, these retail sellers. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. How are you guys feeling right now? A little bit of drawdown. How's the blood pressure? How's the heart rate there? These are the things, for me, that you just kind of prosecute. Why am I nervous, or why am I worried, or why am I not? What did I do to be in a good position? Maybe you feel good. Maybe you feel calm. Why do you feel good about the situation? Why do you feel relaxed, composed about the way that you're processing your thoughts, your emotions, etc. So for me, guys, I got stopped out here. Small loss. Just it is what it is, and that's it for me. So I'm done for the day. No more trades. Pretty rare. Back to back. I took 2 losses in 2 days. I did take a nice win yesterday too, but yeah, I guess that was just what it was meant for today. So the good thing is here, for me, I don't really have anything else. The only other setups I have are way down here. I could break into, I can see what we can if there's anything here that I missed from before, but don't necessarily think I have anything here. And let's see here. So I had originally a play over here, had a sell off, the market chopped up, continued. So I was looking for a buy out of this zone, and then from what I can see here, the market already mitigated, already reacted from the zone. So I'm not looking for anything else here. I got my setup here. So got this played out. Solid. So cool. as of now, guys, I'm chilling. Like, I got no trades. There's nothing else I'm looking to do. Had we had a better entry on this NAS setup, then I would have just gone break even, and I didn't even have to take a small loss or anything like that. But the trade did go a little bit below where I wanted it, so I didn't end up taking this position. So yeah, originally the buy was like right there, and then we went up, came back down, so we saw some drawdown. We got the mitigation, so like I said, anybody could have gone to break even if they wanted to, but I decided to reduce my risk in order to just give this trade a chance to continue. But instead, we got a bigger push down. And this, excuse me, this move I'm not too surprised about because US 30 is moving sideways a lot. I would be shocked if we don't push down some more. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to go ahead and just take a trade right now, right? No need to do any of that. So, yeah, I mean, right now, if we zoom out a little bit, we can see that US 30 is trading in this imbalance. This is from January 21st. If we look at NAS is trading like February 20th. You know, it's trading the price action from just over here. So we can keep working our way down. We may be seeing something different. Like right now, maybe we see a setup play out, right? Right now we're seeing the market just cleared liquidity. This might end up giving us higher highs, and we may end up having another setup later on. So we may end up getting something like this. So check this out. Right now we saw sideways movement, equal lows, and the market maybe, we don't know yet, maybe ends up giving us higher highs, and then we see some demand here. There's a chance that we get a setup here, and we end up taking a trade over here or something like that, right? That's a possibility, but we need time. We need to have more confirmation. Pues por ahora, chicos, es posible esta jugada aquí, ¿verdad? Nos puso en profit. Teníamos la oportunidad de proteger nuestro capital. Yo personalmente escogí reducir riesgo en vez de proteger. Entonces tomé una pérdida mínima y ahorita mismo con esta caída fuerte, si vemos altos nuevos y confirmamos estructura, podríamos después tener otra oportunidad de compras más tarde, pero necesitamos esto. We need demand here in order to do something like this. All right, guys. So we'll wait and see what happens there. All you can do is that. All you can do is wait. All right, that's all I can do. Obviously, I can't speak for you guys, but that's all I'm doing here. And then, oh, I see what happened. So you know how we got that little drop on NAS? Bitcoin had to push down a bit further to mitigate this move. Bitcoin's buy was sexy. Look at this. I don't know. I didn't zoom in, but earlier, but this was the play. Here's what we just had happen. Some of you, I have a feeling, took this buy. We got a nice little drop right here. Clears some buyers. Gets into motion. Boom. Just like that. Mitigation. So the market kept pushing down and down and down. So that's why it's a whole game of chess. Bitcoin, US 30, NASDAQ, the whole gang. So it looks solid. It's making sense. ETH swept tons of liquidity. And then now we're starting to see some momentum. So we'll see if NASDAQ now ends up giving us the setup that we're really looking for. And again, I don't have, if I get a green light on a setup, then I'll take it. So this might take another 30 minutes or so. We'll see kind of what happens. Don't force it though. If you don't get the confirmations, don't trade. If you lost today, if you have a reduced loss, whatever the outcomes were for your day today, you don't need to make it back today. You technically aren't in the game of making anything back. You're just trading individual, unique setups that are completely unrelated to one another. The outcomes are unrelated. The market doesn't know that you won or that you lost today. So live to trade another day. Yeah, let me see in the chat. Let's see here. Celsius had a move yesterday with earnings coming out. Yeah, let's go. Fue salvaje hoy, mucha adrenalina. Nas moved beautifully. Good movement. My consulta, ¿cuántas operaciones por día tienes tú en gestación al ser scalping? Yo no tengo límites. Mike La Máquina, ¿qué tal Puerto Rico? Yo, it's so funny. That trade hit an L, and then it literally, the numbers dropped off. My broker got to entry. Nice. I'm here for first time. I can see that you have experience needed for a trader. Yeah, almost 10 years. This is year 10. ¿Qué tal Argentina? What's good? What about oil, bro? What do you got? You have a setup on oil? Oil is just steadily working its way down. Did you take something here? I feel like this is something that you would take. Yeah, stop loss and buy. That's funny. All right, so the setup here, I think this is what you're looking at. I don't know. I'm not. Let me see. Let's zoom in here. I think this is pretty efficient, man. Sweeps, continues, drops back in, rebalances, continues. This is from February 18th, a couple days ago. Or is this it? Hold on. So the market drops here, sells off. This to me looks like it mitigated and continued right there. I'm okay with not trading this. I think if anything, we'll get what I think we can get a play would be in here. Here's where the market sells off one last time. Nice push down. And then from here, this looks a lot better. Yeah, so I would be waiting on oil. This is like extreme zones for the buys. Right there. So I'll have an alert if it sweeps liquidity, and then an alert as it goes into the zone. Yeah, so right there, that's US oil. All right, US oil here. Cool. GBP CAD. Yeah, I could take a look at GBP CAD. There's CAD news in just about, I think, 90 minutes or so. All right, so right now, if we compare it to the low from the other day, from earlier, this cracked below it. So this is the low here from before. Oh, you know what? This one missed. Oh, damn. So that was valid. That's unfortunate. I totally thought that hit. Wow. Well, it is what it is. That makes sense. That's a small miss, but that is a miss. Whatever. So right now we saw that sweep below. The market almost gave us a higher high. And then right now it's losing momentum, working its way lower again. So it seems like we're going to maybe see another push down. So you're reevaluating the way the market's moving here, because this was a big move down. It was about 65 points or so. And I don't think we've seen the market push all that here. Maybe. How big was this move up? Pushed up about 60 points. So the move down, this was from February 13th. That was a big push down here. So we got this move. Nice move to the downside, 67 points, give or take. It's a pretty solid movement. Aggressive from here. Big move down, chops up. This was specifically at like midday, New York session. Nice little drop off. So you can argue maybe this is a 61, 65 point drop. And then if we go to the present, we see here the way the market pushes forward very aggressively, very quickly, just about similar, those 60 points. And then when we go over to this right here, the way this reacted was so fast. So what I want to do is I want to double check some of these movements, and I'm going to cross-reference with like, so NAS 100 here on this data feed looks like that. If we look at a different data feed, then we can get a different example. So here with Forex.com, it did look like you got into the zone nicely here. And this is kind of the downside of trading sometimes, is that these feeds, these data feeds are all different. So it can get really messy and it can get a little confusing. So if we zoom in here, or just human error is always a possibility as well. So if I zoom into this, and yeah, so this zone that I drew up is actually sloppy. This isn't not even this high, it's down here. Market drops from like right over here. So with this one, same thing. You see a move, 60 points or so. Let's go to the present time. And based on what I have here with NAS, these haven't even hit yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to double check on my futures data feed to see what it looks like over here. On futures, we definitely went below the previous low. All right, let's see. Bear with me here, guys. The sell-off starts right here. You guys won't be able to see the screen, but that's fine. Just cross-referencing some information right now. Okay. All right, cool. So, looking at my futures feed, I do think we've already mitigated these zones, these lower zones that we have here. So this looks valid to me. On futures, it's basically confirmed. And then right now, look at this move on Bitcoin. Wow, this is soaking up all of the sellers. Beautiful trade right there. That's a beautiful trade. And then if we go and check out NAS once again, but on the smaller time frame, I do believe we are starting to shift gears here. So this is starting to show us the push down, and then the market looks like it's going to be showing us signs of a bullish structure here now that it's starting to crack above these previous highs. So if we get a pullback, if we can create some demand up here like I had talked about, then I'm down for an entry around these levels, and would be maybe like a 30-40 point stop. But I'm gonna give Nas some time to show some demand up here, and then I'll look for some buy positions. So we need demand though first. And then GBP CAD, I think JD Ryan asked here, Joe Ryan. Joe, I have this one way over here. I got that one marked up from 10 days, like, I don't know, a week ago, 2 weeks ago. And then I do see this new setup, though. We see GBP CAD push down, clears out tons of buyers, quite a bit. Liquidity here. Liquidity here. So this pushes its way down and then rallies. So over here, the only thing we'd want to do is from here really cross-reference. Maybe Euro CAD has a similar play, and it might look a little better, but this is not terrible. Breaks above the high, and then New York session, Asian session, London session stays up above. So yeah, it looks solid. Could work out. Let me just check Euro CAD, which is a correlated pair here. And then this is not really doing much. So yeah, GBP CAD looks solid. Good setup. Let me pull that up one more time. I don't remember if I screenshot it. I think I just did, but just to double check. Yeah, cool. Run it up. GBP CAD, solid. All right. So I'll wrap it up here. Guys, great session. Did about 2 hours. Some of that I was talking to myself. And then right now, Nas, as much as I would love to, make something with this, price is going up and down too fast for me. I'm not getting proof here. No hay prueba que esto tiene demanda. Cada vez que sube, cae. Entonces, para mí, yo me quedo afuera todavía. So, it's not good enough for me. I need demand. And honestly, US 30 is moving really sideways. A lot of liquidity buildup. So, we're probably going to see US 30 sweep this liquidity sometime. It's got too soon. So, yeah. You making money over there, bro? You in sells or something? Buys? Sells. All right. Kevin took some sells, so he's just getting rich silently over there. And NQ?
I just took an NQ.
You sold?
Yeah. I got break even on US 30.
Okay. So, yeah. Anyways, guys, so I'm going to wait this out. I want to see more demand, más estructuralista, before I take anything. Not quite there yet, so if we get flushed one more time, I wouldn't be too surprised. So no entry models for me, but that's kind of where I see. I think we're going to get another push down sometime soon here. Cool. So, guys, I'm going to share the charts. I just posted them here on the Telegram. Telegram link is pinned at the top. I believe we hit 100 exactly. Yes, we did. So here's what I'm going to do, because I said I was going to give away a trading journal to one person that reposted this on their story. So let me get, where can I see that? 'cause I don't have my phone on me. Let's see. How can I see who tags me and stuff? There's like an option, right? Hold on. Because I do want to do this giveaway. So hold up. Notifications. And then I can't organize this. Because you can see it like on here. I'll just do it off my phone. All right, guys, give me a second. Let me switch my camera real quick. All right. Anyways, how are we doing? How are we feeling? I know some took reduced, like small loss because we reduced it. Some of you maybe some of you took profits. Because we were in profits 3 different times today. So today, if you had more of a partials type of situation, it would have gone much better for you. But you gotta follow your plan, man. So, all right, looking at these stories, then I'm gonna give this away. So the journal obviously sells for 30, but giving it away on the free ski. I got some mentions here. Stories. Based on what I can see here, I think it was Giovanni, Mylen. Alright, so I can see it right here. This is perfect. 5 stories mentioned you. Oh yeah, tag me so I know that you actually did it. You know? So here we're gonna do a random picker. It's like random picker here. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna throw some names in here, and then gonna give away a journal today. Geo, I think you already have one, bro. If you already have one and you win, then just give it away to somebody. So it's Geo. Alright, we got, what's your name again here? Got Larry Ace. Alright, Larry Ace. I'm surprised y'all messed up. Mylen. Actually, you know what? If you win again and you already have one, I'll give you a book. And then Linda. See Linda on here. Unless I'm missing. If I'm missing your name and I don't see you for whatever reason you did post on your story, then just let me know in the chat right now. But don't lie, you know? Don't be a liar. Actually, I think that's it though. Y'all messed up. Y'all were here late. You probably didn't know. That journal's badass. Sick. We had like 250 before the blip. Nah. Salí perdidas. Dennis, you guys tagged me? Alright. I'll believe you. Don't give me a reason not to. Dennis, Matías. Me etiquetaron aquí ustedes en sus historias, ¿no lo vi? Bueno. Alright guys, let's see who's gonna win a free journal today or a book. Yo, Linda's luck is wild. Back to back. She won yesterday too, or last week or something. Either way, good stuff. I'll send a book your way. Trading psychology book. Let's go. All right, guys. Much love. Good to see you guys on here again. We'll do it again sometime. Well, we'll be back here on Monday evening. We'll do we walk through the whole week and what we can expect. And then next Friday morning, New York session, we'll be here again. Entonces, chicos, los veo. Saben que el domingo hacemos la sesión en vivo por la tarde para repasar toda la semana. Y los viernes vamos a estar aquí analizando las gráficas y operando juntos. Los veo, chicos. Se me cuidan. Hasta la próxima.